All right, boys. So yesterday I saw BS Gacha tweet out a PvP tier list. Okay, this is for PvP. Okay, so I looked at it. I was like, kind of weird. So, well, actually, I'm looking at it again. Damn, there's a lot of interesting opinions here. So I commented, yeah, this boy plays global. And by the way, BS Gacha is a global content creator. If you, he does funny videos where he complains about the game. You can go check it out. He does guides and everything too. So yeah, anyway, back to the funny. So I made my own tier list, dude. Okay, this tier list gets worse every time I look at it, bro. Green Hellbrim in C tier with Fat King in the same tier with like Athena, Death Pierce, Red Arthur, Red Lilia, the Suicide, yeah, Rimuru in the same tier as the one. Okay. Anyway, one big issue is with a lot of people when they judge PvP units is that they just do like off like what they think or like their personal experience, right? And a lot of people just play ungeared because the game doesn't really give you an incentive to play geared. But in ungeared, most matches, from my experience on both global and JP, they're not serious matches. Most people you fight against either don't know how to play the game, they just want their gems, whatever. They don't really take it that seriously. Whereas in geared, you see a lot more of the real stuff. So I'm making a tier list now. Now, obviously, I can't lie. I did this already, like an hour ago. And then it all got deleted. So I was like, some of these might not be as accurate as I want them to be. Like, boom. But for the most part, this is like the general gist of what I think. We'll go from all the way down here to all the way up top. Don't worry, I'm not going to give you like a 10-minute explanation for every unit. I'm going to be really quickly. Worthless, PvE focus, PvE focus, PvE focus, worthless, PvE focus, worthless. So sad, it's worthless. PvE focus, and even then kind of outdated in that regard as well. Worthless, what is PvE focus but worthless? Farming unit, worthless, is okay. I can put her up here. Yeah, I think she definitely deserves speed. It's still like annoying to face her, but she's outdated, especially. Okay, so you can already assume I put Rimuru all the way at the very top for good reason. Every unit that has some sort of thing where their kit revolves around a buff, a blue buff, they just get shut down so hard that I have to move them down. Like, okay, I proc the revive on you, right? It's your turn. You can't heal because her passive makes it so you're stuck at 1 HP. And then it's my turn. I remove the buff because I have Rimuru on my team and he does it unconditionally, whereas other people have to use a whole card for it but he's broken. And the devs realize that. That's why Fez Gold's Holy Relic is a white buff. That's why they make you pay to have a white buff version of Ellie's ultimate. And that's why her passive thing is also a white buff. They realized Rimuru way too strong, so they did this. So every unit that is like very blue buff oriented in the current meta just gets shut down completely. So that's why I have to like put them lower. Like some units you might think, oh, they're actually pretty good. Blue buff, yeah, not happening. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, these are all like pretty just bad characters. Except these. I think Red Sorosa to Gallant. These all with Holy Relics could bump up. Elaine I'm not too sure about because I think Blue Elaine is already like a really good unit for like a fairy type team. But her passive, like she gives 15% HP related sets of fairy, so maybe that can come up in the future. So I was like, okay, I'll put her like up here at least to like mention her. Then Esterosa, I think if Esterosa gets a Holy Relic that like helps him, that turns like stat debuffs into stat buffs instead, and you can stack it on him, that'd be really good. And then the Jerichos, they all want to crit, but they can't. So that's an issue, and they all just like they die to a dissolve card. So that's their issue. So if that gets resolved, they'll be really good because their kit, except Red Jericho's, is really good. Red Jericho's kit is good, but her passive works against her cards, so that's unfortunate. And then Gallant again, like we know demons are gonna get their Holy Relics next, and demons I think are gonna all jump up drastically in viability. Copium, I hope. Right. Next up we have B tier. These are all like niche units that you can make work if you like work on them like a lot. Hold on. yeah, I guess. If you work on them a lot, or they have like a one niche use or something. So like again, her revive, outside of that she's useless. His passive and his debuff card, she can actually kind of like, again, buff card, but she can actually kind of work because she heals everyone. I'm sure at some point he'll be good. Funny passive, fun to work with. He can put up work if you really like try hard with him. Not the greatest though. Really cool kit, interesting kit. It does not work in Grand Cross though. Same thing with her. She is really cool. I like her kit is kind of nice, but they have to buff so many like system mechanics for her to be worth a whole slot on the team. See, bad. Just like a gimmick, can be okay. Her ultimate is rumor passive, but worse. Buff and bad tank for nowadays standards. His Holy Relic actually makes him do decent damage, so I put him in B. Funny teams, you can still probably get like a one-shot turn 1 if you don't run into dodge food. When he gets his Holy Relic especially, I'm sure it'll work fantastically for him. Yeah, his cards suck. His passive's good though. Holy Relic might be able to save him. We'll have to see. Glock's commandment is broken, so he's B like just by default. His cards don't really work though. Like an attack seal and a bleed card. Attack seal is stupid because you want them to use two skills to proc his commandment, but if you attack seal them, then it's going to be difficult for them. So that's why it doesn't really work. Gahada just has like, she has Athena passive on her Holy Relic, so I was like, I want to put her here at least because Ult Rush is the most common team now. So it's like, it's not bad, it's pretty good, but she as a unit doesn't do that much. I think Wailed Out Fraudrin, I don't know his CC, that's the only reason he's here. He could be higher. I think he could actually be okay. I think he could be okay. But the thing is with nowadays Ult Rush units, they can just fight back and kill you, right? Diane, remember, they can just kill you. Margaret, like, it doesn't really matter if you have him on the team. So I only put him here. But he is a cool unit. Again, she is bad. Well, actually, no, she has a Holy Relic here, but she's just bad. Like, this is the highest you'll see here on any tier list. Daria is okay. Marma's decent backline. Funny Holy Relic. Bad tank. Can do some fun stuff. Interesting fun stuff with his passive. It's okay. Cool stuff with her passive, and that's it. And then these are all kind of like, okay, whatever. Like Valentia could put up, but she dies so easily, even like with her passive and stuff, that I feel like she is B, but I guess she's okay. Jim Hopper actually is A+ for sure, because collab characters are going to be stronger and always better. She's actually A2. Her heal is pretty good. Okay, then for this tier, it's just like units that are like, they're good. They're better than these, but they're not good enough, I think. These fell out the meta. You can still run him backline. I guess I can put him up here actually, because you can definitely still run him backline. Is okay. Holy Relic, she too. Like she's really good too. Her CC is just so damn low, even with HP defense. Red Glux is actually a really good unit. Benimaru is pretty good. Red Arthur is really solid and has some interesting combos you can do. Green S Rosa is still like decent. Death Pierce just needs more CC. He's actually okay. Suicide. We'll probably see a big upgrade of Holy Relic in the future, so I'll put him up here. I usually probably put him B tier though. If his passive, if you don't know, because a lot of people actually don't know when I try to tell them, his passive only works with commandment. If it was commandment or demon, this would be infinitely better, but it's only commandment, so it sucks. Because if you look at the demon team right now, if you look at demons, oh yikes. Chandler, no commandment. Cusack, no commandment. And then the big ones, obviously. Assault Mode, no commandment. Treadmelly, no commandment. Like, what demons are you gonna support? Like Melaska is the only one with commandment that you can run now. Like, in nowadays meta, and him. But, like, you can't run him and him. So, you know, it's tough. That's why, like, his passive, if it was demons too, it'd be so much better. Anyway, Red Sario sucks. Scotty's pretty good. I got in the same tier, but I described him differently. It's just like he has a Holy Relic. He got his Holy Relic. He's still bad. She at least has these. I'll actually put her here. Screw you guys. Yeah. Again, these units, like, she fell off with Rimuru when Rimuru came around. She's really good against Ult Rush. I actually might put her here too. Yeah, she's really good against Ult Rush. So common now. So, you know, she has decent CC. She's good. I feel like she is underrated, always has been. Not the craziest, but she's definitely good. The meta right now is a lot of goddesses and unknowns. So like she will definitely like work well as a backline. Chandler needs a holy relic and he'll be like top 2 units in the game. Like he's actually like so broken, but he's just missing something. So if they give him a good holy relic, he'll actually be all the way up at the top. And then Nanashi is solid, right? Helps technically against ult rush and stuff because they can't attack you because they'll lose ult gauge. Tarmy would have been S, but he has... Okay, by the way, I'm not taking Graces into account. Like he's a Grace Link, right? And he's a pretty good Grace. But I'm not going to put him on like I'm not going to count that for his strength because I'm counting his strength when he's on the team. And his Holy Relic is just kind of like, yikes. I feel like he should have gotten Red Tarmiel's Holy Relic and then he would have worked a lot better. But it is what it is. He would have actually been broken with Red Tarmiel's Holy Relic. Then here, there's just good units, right? It's mostly these humans. They work really well together. Halloween Gulth, it's sad to see, but he did fall off very drastically. Dissolve is useless because every ult rush team runs Margaret, and it's just going to cleanse it. Rank up is still really good, obviously that's why he's here. And his passive, there's not many teams you run nowadays that have like all this different types of races now. He fell off, it's sad, but he did. Mono actually is really strong. Green Rocks is really strong. Elaine's actually really good. The Red Tarmiel absolutely dog shit sucks, but because he has his own grace, I have to put him in S tier because it's broken. But he is so bad, I don't care, he sucks. Absolute worthless unit. The only good thing about him is his holy relic and his grace. That's the only good thing about him when he's on the field. The rest, like his attack guard will heal the enemies. His ultimate is good, but then if you're just gonna like get his ultimate, like get any other ultimate, they're all strong. Then his buff card is okay, I guess, but you die like you lose to Rimmer if you buff up. So Twigo and Arthur make or break the Bond team, so they'd have to be S plus at least. Ragnarok Bond, fantastic backline, like super good. 10% to all attack related stats, so attack, pierce rate, crit chance, crit damage, and you lower the enemy crit chance, crit damage, and pierce rate by 15%. That's so good for a backline unit, right? Because he's actually like affecting your team from the back, so that's really good. Green Star is super solid unit. I actually think Fest King is really solid too, especially with the lane support. The one is okay. Like if you get his ultimate, it's still going to be super threatening, and I think he's a better backline unit than Fest Spawn, than this Spawn right here. So there's that. He has double single target, which can enable Trade Melee really well as well, so that's good. Milim, really good deep, like actually just does so much damage. She has ult lock, which works really well against ult rush technically, but you can't just cleanse it. So it's kind of a, you know, like Margaret being down every ult rush team kind of cucks units that have debuffs that go against ultimates. Then Sigurd with his Holy Relic actually gains so much strength. He's so strong now. He does so much damage. You can like genuinely build a whole team around him and he'll perform. She buffs some of the best units in the game. She buffs Summer Merlin, 20% basic stats. She Rimuru, Milim, right, who we have here, Fest Gother, Amelia, Lolly Merlin, like so many good units is who she's buffing now, so that's actually really good. She enables ult rush. Saved by Tarmiel Grace, but also is going to be a lot better in the future with the Holy Relic. Right now he's actually here without Tarmiel, like without Tarmiel Grace he's actually here. Actually he's here, but with Tarmiel Grace he actually goes up all the way up here because he becomes sort of scary. But his damage sucks, his stats suck. He needs a Holy Relic and a fifth weapon, sorry. Kusak's really solid. It doesn't have a team though, that's his only issue, right? Like there's no team that can bring out his full potential. Emilia is cringe. Kyo, strong, cringe, I hate him. Red Gother is so much better than Green Gother nowadays because attack ceiling is so much stronger than dissolving. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. Fest Bond, I don't need to explain. Ludo, lowering the enemy's defense rate stats, like obviously it's gonna make you do so much more damage. I'm not gonna separate Whale Ludo, not Whale Ludo. If you're gonna run Ludo, you're gonna run a maxed out Ludo, right? Like, and it's not Whale. A free to play. The amount of free to play players I know that have like a really strong Ludo is, I hate calling it Whale Ludo. It's invested Ludo, okay, but you're not gonna run like an level 85 Gother that's 1 out of 6 of outfits and like our gear, right? You're not gonna run that either, right? So it's like the argument is stupid to me. A good Ludo will also see most units. So that's really good. Fast Gold is Holy Relic, man. They don't know what they did. They made him so good. I actually kind of want to put her here. Fast Gold are really good. super good skill set. He works with any unit in the game. Now, okay, so that's why he's here. Liz is broken. She's so strong, but she doesn't have a team. She doesn't have a good team to be ran on. She has teams where she can do really well on, but she doesn't have a good team, right? She doesn't have a full comm circle, like just everything it works well with each other team yet, and that's why she's not that good. I promise when we get Mael and he's gonna work well with her passive and her cards and her kit, or she's gonna complement him in any way, she's going to be so broken. But right now she just isn't, so that's the issue. Zeldris is really good. You can get the debuff so easy now, and you get 24% to all basic stats. Oh, so strong. And you get it so easy, right? Because Green Cyril, Grace exists, Kyo exists, Summer Merlin exists. There's so many ways of infinitely debuffing the enemy now, like every turn repeatedly, that you can always have the 24%. And when he's actually on the field, he's not useless. Like his damage can be good if you have all the debuffs on opponents. His rank to dissolve card ult locks, which you can cleanse obviously, but again, it's still really strong. His ultimate is strong and pretty much one-shots anyone he hits. Good unit. Lolly Merlin's broken. Type advantage, disadvantage doesn't matter to her. Her passive strong. Her holy relic, it could have been better, but it's not bad. It's just solid unit. Just I mean, there's not much to say, right? Timer Grace makes her like really broken too, but she doesn't have a place in the unknown team because, oh, okay. Well, we have SSS, which is Trinity, Terry, King, Margaret. These are all broken characters, right? King less so, but definitely with like Elaine and stuff, like you can definitely make him work, and you can definitely beat probably any team in the game with, you know, sufficient card RNG. So he's really strong in PvP still. I downplay him a lot, but he is still really strong. You just have to build a team around him. You can't just like slot him in as a support. He won't work that well, but you can, and that's a good thing about him. You can slot him in as a support with like Liz, right? Protect the team so she can build up, and then, you know, you still have him. His ultimate's super strong still, because it cleanses all your debuffs, and it removes all enemy buffs, right? So it's really good. And then we have Tredamelli and Terry. I don't have to explain. Tredamelli is broken. He does take a minute to get built up, like 2-3 turns I think usually, like, but his ultimate's so super strong. You can just ult rush with him. He would be up here. I'll put him up there. Okay. And then yeah, you have these units. I think I just like a peg above these, but they're not quite on the top level. On the god level, obviously, is these units. Like you see these on every single halfway decent competent team, right? One of these is gonna be like Diana's broken, actually like ruins the game. Rimmer ruins every unit on this tier list. Eva Lilia one-shots every unit on this tier list and has 1,000,000 health. She shuts down every unit on this tier list, and he's just really strong, and he works with so many units. So yeah, that's my tier list. I didn't really go into depth on these, but let me know what you disagree with the most. Red Timer sucks, and that's it for the video. Good job.